Our next topic is what we call correlation. So correlation, which we denote by the letter R, is the strength of the linear relationship between two variables. And correlation is always going to be a value between -1 and +1. So just a few things about it. If you have a correlation close to 1, that means there is a strong positive relationship. And if you have it close to -1, that means you have a strong negative relationship. So now if you have a very low correlation, usually anything below like 0.5 is going to be pretty low, but especially anything close to 0 that's going to mean that you have a very weak relationship. And one important thing that you're going to hear, if you're taking psychology, you'll probably hear this a lot too, but you'll also hear it in this class. Important thing is that correlation does not equal causation. So for example, we did a previous example about sprinting and long jump times, and there was a strong linear relationship, so we would say that there's a high correlation. However, that does not mean that running fast causes people to jump further. There is no causal relationship. Now, there is an important relationship, but it doesn't mean that one of them causes the other. So I now actually want to go back to the long jump example, and believe it or not, the correlation is -0.84. This is a very high correlation. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to discuss the value of R in context. So this is actually not hard. We're going to kind of repeat what we said in the previous example with this problem, and that was that there is a strong negative association, or you can say relationship also, between long jump distance and sprint time. So that's all you need to put for that. The next thing that's important is sometimes you're going to see a question where they give you a point. In this case, it's this one right here in red, and we want to know what effect does it have on the correlation. So what they're looking for that type of thing is, does that point make it stronger or does that point make it weaker? And actually that point it's kind of further away from the rest of the points. It's not that far away, but it's a little bit out of the pattern. So we would say that this point makes the correlation weaker. And by weaker, you can also say that it makes it closer to 0.